Hey guys, so I am finally sitting down for another story time. It feels like forever since I've actually sat down and filmed, which it actually has been. I've just been doing one video every 2 weeks just because YouTube went through this glitch where it kept deleting all my subscribers. I don't know if the glitch is over, but just in case, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. You do not want to miss any of my content for my story time, so I'm just going to jump into it. A month ago, I posted on my Snapchat my roommate going crazy, and a lot of you guys told me to film a story time, but at the time I did not feel comfortable with filming it because it was still going on. She was still in my house and she was still crazy. So I'm going to get into it. If you guys are not following me on Snapchat or Instagram, please follow me. You guys would have been known about this story of my crazy demonic roommate if you followed me up there, because I had actual real footage, which I'll be inserting a little bit in here. I don't have all of it that I posted on Snapchat, just like the important ones. So I'll insert it when I feel like it's necessary in the video. So let's just jump right into my crazy, psychotic, demonic roommate. My mom moved to DC back in December and she left me the house. And for me to be able to pay the bills, I needed to get roommates. Cool, Danny, fine, great with that. I am cool with getting roommates. This house is huge. I can't afford it by myself. So I got two roommates at the same time, but one of them actually ended up going to the hospital before he could move in. So I was stuck in the house for a full month by myself with the roommate. Both of these roommates are 50 years old. So I had the woman roommate, we're going to call her Satan, and then I have the guy roommate. He's going to be kind of unimportant in this story. He's a little bit important, so we'll just call him Guy. So that's going to be his name. I currently have three roommates now. I did have four. After kicking out my demonic one, I'm left with three. Guy and two new roommates. They'll become relevant in the story in a little bit. I feel like this is going to be a long story. So I'm in the house for a full month alone with this woman. What happens is that I would spend a lot of time outside of my house. You know, I'm young. I'm going to be going out with my friends. I'm going to be staying the night, staying out really long nights, and probably not coming home because, you know, I want to have a social life at nighttime. I'm 23 years old. I'm going to go out and drink. And I told her that. I was like, you know, it's basically going to be like you live in this house by yourself because I'm never here. She was cool with that. Who isn't cool with that? Having a two-story house to yourself and you're only paying $550 for a room, that is golden in people's eyes. So I understood. One week, I decided that I'm going to stay at my house. And then this is where shit gets crazy. This one day, I choose to stay at my house. I come home early around like 5 o'clock, and I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna go to the gym around 6 or 7 o'clock. Let me just chillax. I just got off work. Let me just chillax in my bed and, you know, maybe take a nap or something. So out of nowhere, I hear my roommate banging on her wall. And I mean, it's just like, it to me, I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, she's probably decorating. She's putting her, you know, her pictures up on her wall. I can't tell her to not do that. It's literally only 5 o'clock. It's daylight savings time, so it looks darker than the time that is. So it was like, it looked like it was 8 o'clock, but it was only 5 o'clock. I couldn't get mad at someone for decorating their room. So I was like, I'm not going to say anything. Of course she's banging. She's probably hammering stuff, trying to put stuff up. This is what I thought. So all of a sudden, I'm chilling in my bed. I'm hearing the thumping going on in her room. Mind you guys, her room is on the opposite side of the house. So you have to be damn loud for me to be hearing you knocking. And then I hear a long, loud, demonic scream. This lady starts screaming. So I will insert two of the footages here. Try to listen to the background noise. Don't listen to what I'm saying. So I have a roommate and she's like banging shit up against the wall right now. And then she just fucking screamed. What the fuck? This lady is definitely screaming right now. What the fuck did I just get myself into? Holy shit. Fuck. Now that you guys have listened to the footage of that, I'm still in my room at this point, so I'm deciding, you know, something's wrong. She did tell me that she did suffer from seizures, so I didn't think anything of it. She told me not to call the police or the ambulance if she suffers from a seizure. So I'm thinking, oh my God, what do I do? What do I do? I am not trained to help someone with seizures. So I think she's just seizing up, and that's probably what the knocking I was hearing, and that's why she's screaming. So I think about going to her room, but I'm like, no, 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 let me just call her caretaker. This woman has a caretaker because apparently, we're gonna get to it. Apparently she has a lot of health issues. I just thought they were seizures, you know, thinking that she's old, she just probably has a lot of health problems. Boy, was I wrong. So, they're just some of the problems she has, seizures, but it is way more to this story than what you think. So, I'm texting her caregiver, which I think I might still have the text messages. I'll try to put them up. And I'm like, yo, I don't know what's going on. Satan is, you know, screaming and banging in her room. I don't know what to do, but it just sounds really, bad. And he was like, oh, well, just go to her room and, you know, like bang on the, like knock on the door and tell her that I want to talk to her. So as I'm walking, you can hear this woman screaming bloody murder while I'm walking to her room. And I knock on the door and I'm like, Satan, someone wants to talk to you on the phone. I hear her scream out, no! More satanic than that. But this lady was screaming bloody murder. And I started backing up from her door. And I was like, I don't feel particularly safe right now. And he was like, yo, I can hear her screaming on the phone right now. Like, she must be drunk as shit. So you guys, once he said that, I started smelling alcohol. Like, I was too scared and caught up in the moment of trying to, you know, like, talk to him and get her attention that I didn't even recognize the strong smell of alcohol in her room. And you could smell it from the bathroom where I was standing at. And her room was just a few steps ahead. And her door was closed. And her light was off. So that just made it even more fucking eerie. I'm thinking Satan's in there casting demons into my house. And I'm thinking, I'm gonna die. This woman is going to kill me. I've only known this woman for a week. And she's already going crazy. I'm like, you know what? Can you come over here? I don't know what to do. I don't want to go into her room. I don't want to confront her. She's drunk as hell. I don't know what she's capable of. And she doesn't even sound human at this point. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to start coming on my way. I'm getting dressed now. You know, do what you have to do. So I go back to my room. I take my dog and I you know, chill in my room. I'm going to insert the footage here of that Snapchat. I'm real deal locked in my room right now with my dog. Like, I'm kind of scared. So me and my dog are locked in my room. My cat is downstairs somewhere asleep. If you wanted to find my cat, you won't be able to find my cat. So I wasn't worried about him. Plus, you know, if she's really drunk, she's not going to be able to get downstairs. If I was very concerned that she was going to hurt my pets. And I knew, I was like, maybe I should just leave the house. But I didn't want to leave the house. And then she just destroy it and then I come back with my dog's neck slit. Like, no. I was just so petrified of what was going to happen to my pets. They're like my animal. They're my babies. Like, I have to stay here and protect them. I just couldn't. I didn't want to leave and then have her destroy my house. That's the last thing I wanted. I was like, if I'm here, then I can at least try to prevent it, knock the bitch out if she tries to start anything. So I lock myself into my room and you just hear her screaming. Remind you guys, she's on the other side of the house. So for me to hear it, yeah, that's cool. But for me to catch it on camera, she has to be loud as fuck. Satan is arising in that room right now. It starts to calm down for a little bit. Completely calm. Sometimes I would hear a knock here and there, but it was just like she was falling asleep. So I was like, maybe she's about to sleep this off. So I unlock my door and I turn around the corner and I peek across the banisters at her room. I see this bitch. I see Satan under the door, and her hands are coming out of the bottom of the crack of the door, and she's like pulling, she's trying to, like, she's shaking the door with it, she's trying to get out, and you just hear her yelling, help, help, and I'm just like, holy shit. I'm thinking this bitch is going to run out her room and run towards me in a demonic exorcist-like run and try to kill me. So I go back into my room, lock it, and I sit on my bed. Next thing, I get a text message from her caretaker saying, you need to call 911. And I'm like, what do you mean, why do I need to call 911? Why are you telling me to call 911? Is there something that you know that you're not telling me? Did she say something? What's going on? And he was like, if you feel like you're in danger, you need to call 911. And I'm like, at this point, I didn't want to get anybody in trouble because, you know, they're having, you know, of course they're shit-faced drunk, but I needed the money. I needed her to be in that room so that I could pay my rent. I didn't want to just kick her out of nowhere. I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to call 911 because I ain't a snitch, but I would have if she came out and ran for me to my room, I would have called 911. So I was like, no, you know her better than me. You know how to calm her down. You know how to deal with her. I'll just wait for you to come. This dude took an hour to get to my house. An hour. He lives 20 minutes away. Why did it take you so long? I could have been dead. Satan could have been eating my heart, and you take an hour to get here? No, sir. No, sir. I'm petrified. I am alone in a house with Satan, and you want to take your sweet time? So finally he gets here, and he goes up to her room. Home dude goes into her room. I feel more safer that he's here. He's a big dude. Like, he can take her if she does anything. He opens the door. This bitch is in the closet, curled up in the fetal position. Her face is bloody. She has a bloody nose, and she has bruises all over her. Bruises, you guys. It looks like she just took her head and was smashing it against the freaking wall. That is how many bruises she had. And she was bloody. And the bitch had peed on herself. She peed on herself. On my floor. On my floor, she peed. Goes into the closet, and he calls me over. And he's like, here, take this. This dude hands me a pair of scissors that she had in her hand. A pair of scissors. And then he hands me the little blowtorch that you use to start your barbecue. He hands me that, and I'm like, this bitch is trying to kill herself, summon Satan, or she's about to burn the house down and stab me to death. I don't know what's going on with this lady, but this is too much. Way too much. Way too much. She destroyed her room, which is my room, because it's in my house. At this point, she's not being all Satanist, so Satan must have left her body, and now she was just back to being regular old Satan. You know, because, oh my God, I was scared of this woman. Yes, she's in her 50s, but you have no idea what people are capable of when they are drunk. When they are belligerent, people can have serious strength and not know what they're doing. Oh, I was ready to drop kick her if she did come for me, but I think I might have just been too scared. Like, I would have drop kicked her if I had to, but I didn't want that type of confrontation. Drunk people scare me. Like, I have a problem with people who drink too much and then they get belligerent because you don't know what they're capable of. They are capable of some horrendous things. So he gets all the stuff out of her room, and then he puts her back into her bed, and I'm like, I have no choice but to sleep here tonight. I have nowhere to go. So I had to lock myself into my room the whole night. Couldn't even sleep. Too scared to sleep in my own house because I was scared that woman was going to get back up and try to kill me. So let's fast forward to when everybody starts to get into the house. There were certain things about her that you would start to notice about her personality. One, she was very temperamental. She was very sarcastic, and she took things without asking, and then thought that just because she told you after she took it and used it that it was going to be okay. Like, it's not okay. Don't eat my food. One thing that she would do is, like, if she needed my help with something, she would come knock on my door while I'm busy, and then I'd be like, can I help you? And she'd be like, no, I'm just standing here for my health. Like, you need my help. I don't need your help. You want to use my phone. I don't need to use your phone. Don't get sarcastic with me, and don't get an attitude with me. I don't play that. You need me, not the other way around. New roommates that came, everybody individually came to me saying that they had a problem with it. Was just the way she held herself. It was the way that she talked to you. It was how she stole your food and thought it would be okay that she used it. And then they were just like, she drinks sometimes. And I didn't tell anybody about the incident. Didn't tell a soul about the incident except some of my friends. And a lot of my friends were very concerned with me because they were like, she's going to do something one day. Like, she's very violent. And you could just tell. She was a sweet woman when you first met her, but she was very violent when you got to know her. Everybody would individually come to me talking about, I'm getting a strange feeling from Satan. I don't exactly trust her. She just seems really untrustworthy. There's something about her that's rubbing me the wrong way. Almost every single one of my roommates came up to me and said that. Even my mom said it. My mom would send me messages while she was in DC and be like, you need to watch your back, you need to make sure you're good, you need to, don't trust her, don't tell her anything, there's something up. People could just feel the negative energy, the negative entity that Satan had on her. Like, she was, something about her just oozed untrustworthiness, oozed just evil. I call her evil. She was a very evil woman. They weren't even there to experience what I experienced with her in my room, in her room that one night, and they were coming up to me expressing concern. They were scared for their safety. She was an alcoholic. That night she had drank over 5 wine bottles that were about like yay big, 5 of them. Imagine an old 50-year-old lady, short lady, who's just has a demonic spirit on the inside of her. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. The lady is gone. We're cool. I'm getting 2 more new roommates in this huge house. So hopefully no more crazy roommates will happen. Give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe below. Really hope that this video didn't go too fast and that I explained as much as I could. So much stuff has happened. So yeah, follow me on Snapchat because I do Snapchat things that are very worthy. Like in the moment, like when she was going crazy, I Snapchatted that. So follow me on Instagram, but please subscribe and comment down below, have you ever had a crazy roommate? See you later, J Squad.